Why hello there, I'm Doseku, and welcome back to Castlevania NKN. Today, we're in the clock tower. I hate the clock tower. This level has about 3 gimmicks going for it primarily, and they're all equally bad. The first one is that it uses Medusa heads without rhyme or reason, or without a good sense of actual placement for them to make things, well, fair. Just put it that way for once. It utilizes enemy spam like no other, and oh man, will you be seeing that in the later segments of this stage. And the third one, the one that effectively ended my run in this game, is it loves the use of spikes. Not just any spike, the instant death spikes. You'll see those come up here fairly soon too. In fact, you'll probably see some in this room. Now, you're not going to see me die a whole lot here, or you will, but you won't see as many deaths as the raw run of this was. Oh man. Yeah, had I left those in, this video would have been up to 1 hour and 17 minutes, with maybe the boss being seen all of 2 to 3 possible times. This level is horrible. That's all I want to say about it. Like right here, right? This is a spot where you have... yeah, right there. Where you have no recourse if you get hit by Medusa, and you are going to die. That's one of the things I talked about when I said that Medusa heads are placed without rhyme or reason or any sense of fairness involved. It's bad. And there's a certain spot in this level where if you try to explore, you're gonna run into spikes no matter how it goes. I'm gonna show you that when we get to it. Oh yeah, and let's not forget, the freaking music in this area is loud. I actually toned it down so you're not gonna be have your ears blown off. One of the things I did learn though is the self-heal magic is extremely useful here, because you're not going to get through this area unscathed. It's darn near impossible. Unfortunately, I forgot to equip it right now. Maybe I'll put it back on later when I realize I'm actually damaged. Oh yeah, this is also the level where the graphics clash the most. Oh my gosh, is it noticeable. We're going to see some segments later on that look like they don't even belong here. Like that little moving platform, right? It doesn't match with anything else here. But then again, that's been a major problem with this fan game, is there have been a lot of portions where the graphics kind of clashed. The design is generally horrible throughout this rest of this game. Even if the humor was alright, the game shouldn't be a slog to play through as it is. And this level is the worst for it. Or is the worst offender of it, more or less. Alright, so let's see if I can avoid getting hit by the friggin' Medusa head this time. So what I learned is you can stand right here within this door, that way if you get hit, it won't actually knock you into the spike pits automatically. You can avoid it there. Now, more often than not, this Warhammer guy, he'll sometimes drop pizzas and other items, other times nothing at all. I think I had him drop pizzas on us like 2 to 3 different times, or 4 to 5, I don't remember, it's been so many. Alright, see this thing, if you ride this all the way up to that spike all the way up there, thinking that there's a different path, no, there isn't. It's death. It actually leads you right into spikes in the ceiling, and you can't escape that room. Or that platform. Again, I dislike this friggin' stage. Oh, and it gets worse. There's one more thing here. One more thing that really put it over the edge for me. And we're gonna see that after this segment here. Alright. So I can ignore that wizard, no problem. Grab our pizza. Alright, that has a whip upgrade. Let's grab that. And get out of here. Alright, so this is the checkpoint for this level. And I hate this room. Oh my god. Alright, here's the thing. These gears, there's no way to actually climb up them like there is in any other... Oh. Don't worry about that. There's no way to climb up this like any other, well, Castlevania game. And if you fall too far in, there's no climbing back up, and then you're going to fall on the spikes. It's like 50-50 if you'll even get out of that room safely. I have yet to figure out a safe way to do it. Same thing with that platform there, right? On my first run through, I watched it, and I could not figure out a way to actually jump on that little platform. Because it gives you so little area to work with before you run into spikes. In fact, I still don't know how I managed to time that thing correctly anymore. It just is. Whatever. And then there's this room. Oh. This is where the enemy spam gets especially bad, right here, right? So, they give you a clock, which is a necessity if you want to make it through here. And then you got those guys, which is just sitting there throwing bones at you the whole way, which makes it even harder for you to get across. The wizard you can technically ignore. They're not an issue, it's just these guys. They can knock you right back down to that pit, and then you have to climb your way back up. It's horrible. This one, oh shoot. You want to roll through this. Stay ducked. Stay ducked. Otherwise you will die. In fact, that actually killed me because I stood up once because the roll didn't go far enough. And there's even more spikes. Yeah, try jumping to that little smaller one and you're gonna die. You have to run off it. Alright. So now we got this. This is the elevator ride to the boss. You would think there's a checkpoint here, right? Oh no, there is not. In fact, once we do die to the boss, you'll see where that checkpoint is, and then you'll see why this level is so darn annoying and why I just didn't give a crap about this anymore. Oh yeah, this elevator ride goes on forever. I don't know if there's an enemy limit on this. I've never really found out. I think it's actually real time with these gargoyle looking things coming in at you non-stop until you actually hit the top. But then that doesn't make any sense because there's actually a screen transition when you do reach the top. But here's the bigger problem, right? So, due to where the checkpoint is, there's no way in the world you're going to make it to the boss at full health to even get a chance at it, because you can't. Unless you're somehow some kind of expert, you're going to take damage here too, and you're going to take a lot of it. And you have to come back to this elevator once if you do die. You think I'm kidding, right? Oh no, you're not. This is the worst design level in this entire game. Or at least what I've seen of it so far up to this point. At least these Medusa heads are a minimal threat here. Okay. So beyond here is the boss. This boss has problems. At least sound design wise it has one major problem. But we're going to see that when we get to it. You know what? I don't think the humor is really that good in this game now. There, I said it. This level has dropped my opinion of this game so far that even its somewhat light cliche bashing humor, I guess, doesn't seem to work for me anymore. And it might be more to the fact that I was just pissed at this game by the time I got here. I was so frustrated. Just to give you a reference of where this was in the raw video, this would have been at the 35 to 36 minute mark. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we're a big dumbwad, I get that. And this goes on for a while, too. Yeah, you make a great pizza. Blah de blah. I don't even know what that line even means. What do you mean they haven't burned him? He's not a witch. He's just a vampire hunter who doesn't believe in religion for some reason. Even though he's ran into, like, the supernatural at least once, if that witch has anything to say about it. Oh, where did even he come from? This guy must have had an easier time. I kinda wish I took his path so I wouldn't have had to go through the hell that was this clock tower. Because he seems to have came through unscathed and he found us a friend. Well, actually he didn't. I'm pretty sure it's foreshadowing to the next boss. See, the joke here, when he's talking about Medusa, he's talking about the heads, or at least that's what our hero here, Marcelo, thinks. That he's talking about the little flying ones that we run across. But what he's actually talking about is a Gorgon, which technically is exactly what Medusa is. So maybe he's talking about the actual Medusa with the body and not just the tiny little flying heads that are all over the place that you can technically hit with a stick and kill. Alright. So, the witch here can summon a dragon. The dragon shoots a fireball, which is the loudest thing you've ever heard in this game. What the hell's going on with that guy down there? Now the problem with the witch is she moves a lot, she summons a dragon, so you'll never be on the same level as it because it's got a fire. And she shoots a little sparkly balls at us. Since she doesn't really stay in one place, it kind of becomes hard to hit her. and the balls she throws at you aren't that easy to avoid. Especially since you still gotta track her through the stage and find a way to hit her. I kinda wish I had time stop now, because I'm pretty sure I could have used it to stop her and then come up on her and hit her. But unfortunately that didn't happen. I was thinking our shopkeep friend would be able to take her down for us since he throws the bros primarily to where she's at. But he's actually kind of useless since he tends to stick near us when these things happen. Oh yeah, she also throws flower pots down. How can I not see that before? Oh dear. So the healing magic is useful here, because it will heal us as we progress the fight, as long as we have enough magic in our inventory to do it. But since this witch doesn't stay still, and she can move on to us while we're hitting her and thus damage us, we don't do much. And we're back here. I hate this stage. Okay. So you see the problem? It sent you all the way back to the first checkpoint that you had. And that's in the middle of the stage. There's no way you can actually get to her now without taking damage. And that's something no other stage in this game has done. Every time you fought the boss in any other level, you were technically right outside the boss room when you came back in. Not so with this stage. I'm sorry, I have nothing to say about this. This is just insanity. And I really had high hopes for this game too. It seemed alright. I know it had issues, especially in the graphics department, but I didn't think it'd go full on crazy on me by the end game. I still don't see how anybody can beat this, and I know it's happened at least once or twice. Because there's a video I saw at least that showed me what the final boss kind of looked like, which I was hoping to show you, but that ain't going to happen now. I just don't have the patience for this level. This place is frustrating, and I just couldn't take it. And then there's that guy up there. There's a 50% chance you'll always be knocked off that platform before it even hits the top. Which means you'll be going through this thing at least twice before you get out that door. And it's happened to me so many times that I can give you that statistic. Hopefully the friggin' Medusa doesn't knock me to the pit this time. Or at least knock me to the spikes. Oh, that was close. You wanna know what else is bad about this stage? These platforms here, they're not actually synced up the right way. So there's a chance that you could jump on one, it won't be synced, and then you have to wait to sync back up again before you can ride on. And all the while, you can get hit by these freaking Medusa heads, get knocked off the platform, and then have to climb all the way back up again. Don't even touch the bottom of those spikes up there, because that will still kill you. I did that by accident because I jumped too high trying to get onto the middle platform to get across to that door. Don't bother exploring this area either. there's nothing much. There's a death pit all the way up to the right, which is kind of avoidable, but it's not necessary to go anywhere near. Okay, let's take care of this. And hopefully get across. This is a bad room. There it is again. How was it the 2 successful runs I had in this area? It's time I brought up my start menu. I hate this stage. Okay. Jump. Oh. Yeah, be very careful. You get very little time to make this jump. I really did want to like this too. I really did want to, but there's no way. Back here again. Remember, never forget to use your timer. It's your best friend. Unless there's an enemy in your way, because you'll still get hit by them and still get the requisite knockback. Like that. You don't actually become invincible. You know, half the retries I had of this place, well, to even get here, I didn't even make it this far for most of it. I think I've successfully made it to this room on 5 different occasions. I think it was on the 3rd one that, no, actually my 2nd one got me to this particular part where I died to these freaking spikes, and then game over. And then spend another half hour trying to get back. Eventually I got consistent enough. Eventually. But that was like after several game overs. And those were all before I hit the tower room that had the maze structure set up to it. Alright, so we know this is the elevator ride again, so I'm going to slip something a little better on for this area so it's not as annoying. Give me one moment, please. There we go. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna sit back and relax a little bit while we get ready for what's coming. Cripes, we're worse off than we were when we first came to this. Let's skip all this. I don't give one crap about this boss. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Ah, that sound. Come on. Where you at? Wait, oh god, for a moment I thought she was actually able to fly out of the boundary of the screen there for a moment. It really doesn't matter though, because she's still hard to hit. Come on. I'm really hoping my healing magic helps me with this, but at this point I don't think it will. I'm taking way too many hits to compensate for what we're supposed to get back. Thought we had the chance there too, I really did. Well, no, I know we didn't, so never mind. Came in that far to less health, and we're dead. So yeah, screw this game. Thanks for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed Castlevania NKN. I did up until that level, and from there on it's utter bullcrap. So, hope you guys enjoyed me for whatever game I decide to come up with next. I'll see you later.